Hi everyone. Today we are going to present in front of you regarding denial of service attack. Myself Sneha and my friend Mihir is here to present in front of you. So let's start with the introduction. Uh, can you please move forward
Yep,
to the
sure.
slide one?
Sure, sure.
So, we have chosen a financial institute for an example. Like, first of all, let's discuss what is DDoS attack. So, DDoS attack is something we set number of IP addresses or the traffic to the victim machine so that we can flood the server and we can hang up or we can disturb the services. And we choose a financial institute that is MS Bank. So here the MS Bank was flooded by one attacker, and this is how it got attacked. So MS Bank, it is a reputational financial corporation, fell victim to the DoS attack that targeted its IIS server. Unfortunately, the abuse was conducted, placing many legitimate request with the expecting the server to give bank a reply to each one, targeting the weak point and its in its configuration. Like the attacker targeted its weak points and it attacked thoroughly, and the server services got hanged up in the bank. So can you please move forward to the
Sure.
next slide?
Mm.
So now my friend Mihir is there to explain in front of you regarding the attack vectors.
I'm going through with all of those different attacks, which are the category of the DOS attack. So the first thing over here is TCP and flood attacks. So by misusing the TCP and SYN, like there is one SYNEC and ECA. This protocol attackers use, and they just send the SYN request to the server, and they just establish the TCP handshake to get the connection. Apart from that, there is another one type of attack, which is UDP floods, in which attacker hit the bank server by messing flood of the user diagram protocol, which is also known as UDP packet, and they use like they just overwhelm the entire target, which is the target is IIS Windows server. And apart from that, some most of the time attackers used this ping flood, so like they get lots of machines, and they just send the ping. They just use the ping and the IP address of the IIS Windows server, so they can just ping it so many times that server just go through with just giving the service of the ping, giving the reply to the that ping commands, and they it will consume the memory of all of those particular IIS server. And the last one, that is HTTP get and post attacks. So in which they will just change the request in the with the manual application like Bobshoot or any extension of Chrome. Then they will change the HTTP request we can from get to post and from post to get, so that they can find some vulnerabilities in the specific IIS Windows server. So, like there was those were some of the attacks that can be performed by the that could be performed by the attacker. Apart from that, now then we are going with types of DDoS attacks. So these are like some DDoS attacks which are built on like the spreading the DDoS attack with the help of either infected computers or the bots, like the bots which are like computers which are owned by the attackers, malicious users. And they those can be anywhere on the internet. Either the locations can be can be anywhere, either in Germany or any USA, Canada, on any other country. Apart from there, the another attack is the botnet based DDoS attack. So in this, attacker just distribute all of the services using and gives the unnecessary load to the server. They infected the other machines, and they let them and they let those all of those they use all of the machines as a bot, so that they can give the distribute denial, they can perform the distributed denial service attack on the specific Windows server. And the last one that I would like to say is all about the reflections attack. So attackers they turn the attack into the DOS attack once by exploiting the vulnerabilities of the internet infrastructure and using unaware third-party servers as an intermediate antipathy. So over here, the attackers also they just as we know that it is a reflection attack, so they sent all of those requests again and again for a very long time to all of them, so that they can just downgrade the server as much as they can. Next.
Can you please move forward to
Yep.
the next slide?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So here are the indicators of DDoS attack. First of all, the network traffic patterns. The IIS server's IP was targeted by the network traffic flood originated from an irregular direction. So here they targeted the network traffic to flood the network. And the second is server resources utilization. So because they targeted the IP address and they flood the network using the IP address, so the CPU utilization was high, the memory usage, everything was high, and this is how they flood the server and they make the load heavy. So third one is the user reports. So user were reporting from customers about services interruptions during some periods of network issues with the website hosting on the IIS server. So here the servers was targeted by the attackers, and the user were reporting the issues regarding the network interruption in the services. So these are the some indicators which were showing when the DOS attack was happening. So next we can move forward to the next slide. It is now we are going to explain about the incident response plan before an attack. So what should we do before an attack happen in the organization or in the bank? So first and the most important thing is risk management and vulnerability scanning. This is the most important factor. Consistently conduct a risk assessment and vulnerability scan to determine the vulnerabilities in the system, including the IIS server, and fix them by leveraging mitigation method that evaluate its importance accordingly. So we should do the risk management on the periodic manner. Second is the patch management. So patch management is another very important factor. Let's elaborate a patch management protocol to guarantee prompt installation of security updates and patches. The IIS server as well as the other related programs included non-weak point addressed. So by patching the servers, we can update the services as well as the servers so that weak point can be addressed easily. Third one is the security control reviews. Revise security obtaining measures like firewall, intrusion detection prevention system, and access rules to increase the level of protection against unauthorized access and DOS attack targeting the IIS server. Last but not the least one is the backup and recovery procedures. Having a regular backup schedule for the IIS server must be implemented. Backups need to be stored on a secure medium and quickly restored in case of disk space shortage and data corruption. So this is the one of the most important factor. Like we should have backups in our organization or in the bank, so that machines can be and data can be easily backup, and we can set up a new system easily. So next we'll hand over to the Mihir. So please.
Thank you. So now we will talk about the incidents which was planned after during an attack. So the first thing is just communicating with the consumers. So the first thing is all about informing the consumers that this MS Bank is facing the DoS attack against their servers, and they are not able to provide them the proper services at the present, as their servers are being attacked by some attackers. Apart from that, regularity compliance, so they are reporting the requirements. So like MS Bank was observing all the regulatory obligans by just immediately reporting the relevant body, and recording all the incidents response activity as provided for in regulations. So that at the time they have to just going through the MS Bank was going with all of those recordings, the things that were happening at when the attack was happening, so that that all of those recordings and reports can be used in further for the forensic reports, as well as for the incident response plan after an attack. And apart from that, when vendor engagement. So over there, they have to collaborate with another vendors just to mitigate the attack as soon as possible. They can take the help of either incident response team from any other organization, or they can contact and just get the solution for the attack from any other vendors also, which will help not only just to secure their image in the market, but also they can save the consumers data to be leaked. Apart from that, now I'm going to talk about the incident response plan after an attack. So the first thing first is all about the reviewing of all of those things that has been done while attack was ongoing. So the first thing is following the occurrence of the DoS attack, an integrity review of the IRP will be conducted to be sure a good picture of effective of IRP. So that this is in this we can include like the problem of speaking with stakeholder during the attack. So the stakeholders are the most important people in this organization. They have to this incident response team have to talk with them during while when the attack is after the when what was the happening at the time of attack. Apart from that, they should go through with all of those tools and engagements which are there just to test the DOS and the DDoS attack against the Windows IIS server. Apart from that, these gradual service resumption. So if we know that DOS attack is determined, then the bank will open the system and the stable network will be observed first. So they can just MS Bank will just open the dummy attack for their some of the consumers, and they will try to put some the DOS attack by some using some of those tools, and they will observe all of those logs that what things are happening and in the back end. And apart from that, the lesson learned documentation, so in which they can put all of those lessons that they must learn from the previous DOS attack, so that if in the future, even though if there are some chances of the DOS or the DDoS attack, they can just go through with all of these lessons and they can get the mitigation for it. So the now from this slide, Sneha will take the lead. Over to you, Sneha.
Thank you, Mihir. So the conclusion part, now we'll discuss about the conclusion. For the bank to strike a balance in the fight against the DOS attacks, it must have a plan and study the plan, as this is an effective response. The lack of the comprehensive IRP that includes the phases of the preparation, detection, investigation, and recovery can be undermined emergency preparedness. An effective IRP used to preemptively resolve DOS attack related problems, the creation of the culture, the supports security awareness, and bank will have the ability to remove attacks quickly and ensure provision of online banking system for their customer. So this is all we have presented about the DOS attack. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.